Hello, everyone, and welcome to another amazing episode of Relationship Advice for Women. This segment is Conversations with Grace, with your girl Grace, and you can call me Jana, okay? If you want, because y'all know me by Grace or Jana. Y'all, we have a great set of 10 questions tonight. And we're going to get straight into it. Okay, we're not going to waste much time because the questions are here. Y'all have been asking, and I'm ready to answer. So, the first question is about memory bracelets and insecurities. It says, my live in boyfriend wears a memory bracelet with his deceased girlfriend's photo on it. Though I want to support his healing, it makes me feel like I'll never measure up. How can I express my feelings without sounding jealous? Okay, let us see what else you had to say with this. Let me turn this down just a little bit so I can make sure y'all can hear me. Y'all should be able to hear me. Okay, Cyril. It says my current living boyfriend wears a memory bracelet that says, I'll carry you with me until we are together again, with his deceased girlfriend's photo on it. I'm supportive of him being able to feel what he feels, but this hurts my feelings. It's like I'm never going to measure up. Am I in the wrong? How can I address it without sounding jealous and petty? So, okay, so this is tough. Your live-in boyfriend, he okay, so his girlfriend passed away. And obviously, it's different than a breakup because he will literally never see this person again. So I have a question of when did his girlfriend pass away? Because that matters. That matters, right? Especially, I don't know how long he's been your living boyfriend, but did you know about this situation before you all got together? And then, especially before you chose to move in with him. Because when it comes to this is like a sticky situation because she is no longer here. However, his grief is different. It's deep because he was and might still be in love with this person that he can never see again. So he definitely needs counseling. I understand why this would bother you because it's just like, okay, there's a person, even though you'll never see her again, you're not over her, and that's tough. It's very like it's two breakups that he's kind of experiencing at the same time. And I would just ask him, why do if I were you, why do you still wear that? You know, why do you still wear that? I'm not saying that you can't keep it, but I would want to know, what does he feel? Even when you talk about being jealous, have you asked him, like, why do you specifically want to wear this? Why can't you just keep it? And then, you know, this is tough. I mean, it really is, because it's saying on the bracelet, I'll carry you with me until we're together again. So it's definitely seeming like it's professing like that he's not over this person. And to me, honestly, he needs to go through therapy so that he can help grieve the loss of this relationship that he had with this woman, and also the loss of her life. She died, and his relationship died. And the fact that he moved into another relationship without healing, mm, that's deep, but I don't want to say you're in the wrong about it. I think your feelings are definitely valid. Um And, to be honest, you might end up sounding jealous and petty. So, how can you address it without sounding jealous and petty? I would say write down what you want to say, filter it through one of those AI softwares like ChatGPT. Seriously, if that's what you want to do, write it down, filter it through ChatGPT, tell them exactly what you just told me, and say, what's a great way for me to write this? Now, look, this is not something that I've ever done before, but I'm thinking I'm going to ask ChatGPT this to answer your question. Just give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have ChatGPT pulled up and I'm gonna just say exactly what you said, to be honest. Um, Okay, so listen to this. My current live-in boyfriend wears a memory bracelet that says, "I'll carry you with me until we are together again," with his deceased girlfriend's photo on it. I'm supportive of him being able to feel what he feels, but this hurts my feelings. It's like I'm never going to measure up. Am I in the wrong? How can I address it without sounding jealous and petty? So basically, please write up something that I can write him a letter and tell him exactly how I feel concerning this without sounding jealous and petty. So let's see what Chat GPT comes with, and I'm actually about to show it to you right now. Just give me a second. Okay, so now we have Chat GPT's response up, and it says, "Dear boyfriend's name. I wanted to take some time to share something that has been on my heart lately, and I hope this letter can help me express it in a way that feels open and honest. First, I want to say that I respect and understand the grief you're still carrying for your late girlfriend. I know how important she was to you, and I've tried to be supportive of the ways you choose to remember her. Losing someone is never easy, and I can only imagine how deep that pain must be. That said, I want to share how I've been feeling about the memory bracelet you wear. While I completely understand that she holds a special place in your heart, the bracelet is a constant reminder to me that I may never measure up or be enough. It feels like I'm in competition with someone who isn't here, and that's been hard for me to navigate emotionally. I know you loved her, and that part of your life shaped who you are today, but I want us to build our own story together, one that's unique to us. I don't want to feel like a replacement or like I'm living in the shadow of your past. I hope you understand that this isn't coming from a place of jealousy or pettiness, but rather from a place of wanting to feel valued and appreciated in our relationship. I would love to find a way for us to honor your past while also allowing us to move forward together. I care deeply about you, and I hope we can talk about this in a way that makes both of us feel heard and respected. Thank you for taking the time to read this. I'm looking forward to talking with you about how we can navigate this together with love and then whatever your name is. So that is something that I do quite often, especially I refine my responses when I'm talking to people because sometimes like the way that I'm expressing myself, people misunderstand me a lot of the time just because, they don't know me. And so with that, I'm always going to say, you know what? Tell ChatGPT what you want to say and refine it. Like say exactly what you wanted to say. I don't want to sound mean. I don't want to sound petty. I don't want to sound jealous. I just want him to understand what I'm saying. And it will do that as we just saw. That's interesting. That was only the first question. The second question is about once a liar, always a liar. So that's interesting because we have a lot of women in the group who experience a lying man and they just cannot understand why he's doing this. So the question says, can men really change, or is it true that once a liar, always a liar? There's no infidelity, but many lies. Can trust be rebuilt? So let's see if you had any extra that you want to say with this. No, that was pretty much it. So always, trust can always be rebuilt if that person is interested in rebuilding. And no, it's not true. Once a liar, always a liar. Like nothing has to remain the same. Like you can always change. We have the power of choice. Like lying is bad, right? So you can say once bad, always bad. No, you can change, you can grow, you can develop into another person, a better person. I'm sorry. You don't have to stay the same. That's a choice. Now, you can't force him to change. If he doesn't want to change, you can say, you know what, this person does not want to change right now. And I don't have to put up with it. I don't have to be with this person. They're refusing to grow. They're refusing to repent. They're refusing to say, you know what, this is wrong. I'm going to change my ways so we can have a better relationship. If they're refusing to change, you can refuse to remain with them. But it's not true once a cheater. I'm not trying to say once a cheater. It's look, because that's another question that people ask. Is once a cheater, always a cheater? Once a liar, always a liar? No. No, you can choose to change. Next question is about respect respectfully, I'm sorry, you all, rejecting someone. So the question is, how do you politely turn down a guy without coming off as shallow or rude? How do you politely turn down a guy without coming off as shallow or rude? I mean, this is a pretty simple question, and the answer is pretty simple. You can just say, "Thank you so much for your interest, but at this point in time, I'm focusing on other things." Um, but once again, thank you for your interest. Or you can just say, you know what, I appreciate you as a friend. And if it's okay with you, I would like it to remain that way. Or I understand if you would like to part ways. But it was great having a friendship with you. And so, politely turn down a guy. Um, you want to make up in your mind that you're going to be polite, right? You're going to make up in your mind that you're not going to be rude, and you're just going to say what you need to say. I always appreciate the fact that he's interested. I do. I appreciate the fact that you're interested. You might even want to say something that you like about him. Like, I think that you are very funny and, you're a great cook, or you have great style, great fashion. But right now, I'm not interested in, dating people who are interested. But, I just really like that. It's simple. Tone. Make sure you have a calm tone. So the next question is about intentional hurt. The question says, why does it seem like people hurt you on purpose, even after you explain how their actions cause you pain? Is this a sign of something deeper? That's that's good. Let's see if you had anything extra you want to ask with this. Um, and let me get this part off the screen. Sorry. It says, why do people hurt your feelings after you told them how it would hurt you? It seems like they do it on purpose to hurt you and cause you pain. It seems like they like to cause you pain and see you suffering. So the thing is, people, depending on who this person is, I don't, well, it's about their character, right? They use, uh, they use your pain, like you said. Uh, why people hurt your feelings after you told them how it would hurt you? You just told them or gave them a weapon. You gave them that information. And depending on how this person's character is, they can use the information that you gave them as a weapon, depending on how their character is. So, of course, it's a sign of something deeper. It's a character flaw. It's a character flaw. And these type of people, they weaponize information that those close to them give them. They weaponize it as a way of control, as a way of manipulation. Um, and so they do that because that's a character flaw. And also, you want to make sure you don't tell anybody, this, don't do this because this hurts me, and I'm not saying that you can't, exchange information, but when it comes to like a lot of women say, I told him that I was abused in my last relationship so that he wouldn't do that or he knew. Don't tell people that. Just see what they're going to do. See what type of person they are. See, and that's when we was talking about the 3-month rule on the last episode of Conversations with Grace, because one woman was asking about a 3-month rule. So, for instance, if you have a 3-month rule about, if this person stays with me, for 3 months, and he doesn't beat me up by 3 months, then it's okay for me to stay with him. And now, if you tell him that you got a 3-month rule, look, I don't do abuse. So if I see any signs of abuse in 3 months, then I'm leaving. Now, if you tell him that, he might wait till he got you real good. He might uh, make sure he waits until you are like hooked to him. He's gonna wait those 3 months because you said you had a 3-month rule. He might even wait 4 months. You can think this is really good. He might even wait 5 months. But the 6-month come, he gonna start beating that because he knows that that's something that can hold you, right? Especially if you told him, I was in a relationship a long time, with someone who was abusing me and I didn't know how to get out. Now, if you told that to a man who was insecure, he might feel like, wow, well, there's a way that I can keep her in this relationship. All I got to do is start abusing her too. You know, I'm not laughing at that, but I'm just, of course, that was a chuckle, but I'm just saying that's how some people are. And so you don't tell people certain things. You just see, like, observe. A lot of it is observation, and we have to start wising up and stop letting so much information go so early in our relationship. Abuse and all of that. I don't know what it is that you told this person, but make sure when it's stuff that's kind of intimate, those details don't need to be released too early in the relationship. Sometimes 6 months, okay? Just so you can see consistency in this person's behavior. And you can start off telling them little things, right? Give them tests, you know, little things. Maybe, you can tell them how you had a bad hair day one day just to see, how is he going to use this information in the future? Is he going to use it and say, you know what, when you make him mad, you know what, that's why your hair was jacked up that one time. And you thinking it wasn't even really that bad, but I just wanted to see what you would, it's not like you were lying, but it was kind of a bad hair day because it wasn't as good as it usually is. But y'all got to be careful about what you tell people who you don't really know. So let's go ahead and move to the next question. And like, yeah, it is definitely a sign of something deeper. So we're talking about low self-esteem. And the question is, why is my self-esteem so low? And how can I improve my confidence in relationships and life? That was an interesting question. Yeah. Why is my self-esteem so low? Well, a lot of times when we don't know ourselves, like when we have not discovered who we are and how great God made us, our self-esteem can be low, right? If we focus on the approval of men, and that's not like male, that's male and female, that's human beings. If we focus on the approval of men, like what a person is telling us, if that's where we get our affirmation from, then our self-esteem can be low because they can be telling us bad things, right? So a lot of times your self-esteem does get built up based on what your parents are telling you. So I don't know if your parents drilled in negative things about you when you were young, but that could be a reason of why your self-esteem is low. Or if when you were younger you got bullied at school No one really told you that you were pretty. You didn't know that. You thought you were pretty, but you heard people start telling you that you weren't, and then you began to believe them. So when you believe lies, generally, your self-esteem will get low because you're believing a lie. Everyone is fearfully and wonderfully made, right? So if anybody said anything that's against what God said concerning who you are, then your self-esteem will probably be low. And I would just recommend, don't believe the lies, you know, don't believe the lies. If you want any specifics, to find me on Facebook, Grace Forbes, that's my name, inbox me. Okay, so the next question is about sustaining love and devotion. The question reads, what are the keys to maintaining love and devotion over long-term relationship? That's so good. I wish I had do I? I might have it in here now. I do. Y'all know I'm a wedding officiant, and I'm going to read you what I tell people as I marry them. Um, and this is at the end. Hold on. This is at the end. This is the good wishes. This is exactly what I'm gonna tell you. I tell them. And let me see if you had anything else you want to say with this before we move. Yeah, how to sustain love and devotion in a relationship. So, you know, what I would say is, besides, of course, sex and living together, do the same things, do the same works that do the same works that you would do in a marriage without giving wife privileges, if that makes sense. So listen to this, right? This is what I say as an official when I'm marrying someone. I say to make your relationship work will take love. Continue to date each other. Take time to show each other that your love and marriage grows stronger together with time. It will take trust to know that in your heart you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will take loyalty to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you have just both pledged here today. So, right there, right there, and that's in the best wishes that I give them after they have said their vows to each other. But you have to make each other some promises or expectations. This is what we're going to do and stick to doing it. Continue to date each other. Date, date each other. You figure out what he likes. You do some things that he likes. He figure out what you like. He do some things that you like. Then y'all do some things that y'all both like. Continue to communicate. It's important that both of you all continue to learn. It is so frustrating for one partner to be with a partner who does not like growing and developing. That creates unequally yoked relationships. So you want to make sure that your partner and you have commonalities. If y'all don't have nothing in common, then that's gonna be a difficult one. Okay. So we don't have to get any deeper in that because I pretty much said it. So let's move to the next question. It's about accused of flirting without reason. Okay, so the question reads, my boyfriend is accusing me of flirting with men at cafes when all I'm doing is working on my laptop. He says he no longer wants to be in a relationship with me. Hmm. What could be causing this reaction? That was interesting. So let's look and see what else you had to say with that. You said, wow, see, look, listen here. Okay. You said, I'm not a very attractive girl, but for some reason, whenever I'm at a cafe, guys often start conversations with me. I told my boyfriend about it, and he said it's because of my behavior, which is why men approach me. All I do is work on my laptop, but now he's accusing me of flirting with these guys and says he no longer wants to be in a relationship with me. Can you help me understand what might be wrong? First of all, he's insecure. If you cannot communicate with the guy who you are with that men are saying certain things to you, then that's not good. I mean, you can't even be open and honest. There are some men, like, I had to block this person on Facebook, but he sent me, he wasn't even, I don't even know how he got an inbox, but he sent me a very inappropriate picture. And I felt very disgusted and disrespected that he sent it to me. So I showed it to my husband, and he was just like, how this person getting your, I don't know, but I don't like seeing stuff like that and my husband not knowing about it. So I share because I'm very open with my husband. Like I tell him a lot of stuff. And the thing is, I want to be vulnerable and be able to tell you things because I don't like keeping nothing away from you. I don't ever want you to end up seeing that and thinking that I was trying to hide something. So I came out and showed it to you, right? But an insecure man cannot handle that. If there was a person that, if there was a person who said, "Oh, you looking real good today," and if I told my husband, this man said I was looking real good today, and if he got discombobulated because of that, he might say, "Why are you telling me that?" And I'll be like, "Because I just wanted you to know. I didn't want to feel. I don't like, and that's just how I am. I don't like, keeping stuff from my husband, so I tell him. And so with your boyfriend, to me, that's a red flag. And so your question is, can you help me understand what might be wrong? First of all, what's wrong is you talking about you're not a very attractive girl. Who told you that? And then why did you believe them? If you have men, first of all, if your boyfriend interested in you, you must be attractive. Like if you ask your boyfriend when he say he doesn't date attractive women, when he say I don't date attractive women, I'm dating you because you're ugly. No. The men at the bar, not the bar, but the cafe, they were talking to you because they was attracted to you. They was attracted to your personality. That could be why they were talking to you, right? It's not just about you saying anything inappropriate. You could be very nice. You could be very charming. So I definitely want to say you need to work on your self-esteem, you know, work on your self-esteem. Even if you, for whatever reason, your perception of yourself is you're not beautiful, tell yourself yes, you're beautiful anyway. Would you want to say that you're lying? No, you are beautiful. You are beautiful. And the more that you say that you are beautiful, the more that you do speak life over yourself, your perception is going to change. I'm telling you, your perception is going to change because you're speaking that life over yourself. When you speak death over yourself, you begin to see what you say. You begin to see what you say. Like for instance, if a woman is kind of just wondering, she's suspicious, suspicious about a man cheating on her. And so she just starts searching and thinking this man probably cheated. He probably cheated. She's gonna start seeing stuff that's not really there. I'm telling you. And so why it's just reminding me of what this one woman said. She said, words create worlds. As a man think in his heart, so is he. So does he become. What's thinking? Just think, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. I don't care what my eyes see, but start speaking life over yourself. Start declaring, and you'll begin to see that. So that's the first thing where you're wrong. The second thing is he's insecure. That's the second thing. He's insecure, and the fact that he said he doesn't want the relationship, just say thank you, bye. I know that's easier said than done, but look, it's easier done. Okay. So the next question is about victim blaming and emotional blindness. I believe this is almost. Oh, we got. It says, why do men sometimes fail to see how much they've hurt us and instead turn the situation around, making themselves a victim? Let's see if you had anything else you want to say with this. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, why do men not see how bad they hurt us, then turn it around and play the victim instead of apologizing? Because they don't take responsibility for their actions, don't want to be held accountable. And I don't want to say this is all men, but of course it's some people. They don't want to be held accountable for their actions. They have not gotten to the place in their life where they take responsibility for their own actions. Some people will never apologize. They're too prideful, too egotistical, to say, you know what, I was wrong. They're not humble. A lot of it is pride, victim blaming. And you can see they'll never progress past certain areas in their life because anybody who's constantly victimizing themselves cannot accept responsibility for the choices that they can make in order to move further in their lives. They're never going to take responsibility if they continue to victim blame. They're never going to move past certain points in their life if they continue to emotionally abuse other people by not taking responsibility for their own actions. It's just certain people don't want to grow. They are comfortable being who they are. They are comfortable with the lies that they tell themselves. They're afraid to face who they really are. They're afraid because the thing is, they don't think that they can change. Mm, that's it. That's it. And so the next question is about, can a relationship survive without sex? Is intimacy, is it essential for a healthy relationship, or can a couple maintain their bond without sex? Well, of course, I'm definitely gonna say, of course you can. Absolutely. Especially you don't wanna have sex before you're married. I'm not going to advocate for that because mm-mm, I just personally don't think you should do that. So I definitely believe that uh, a couple can maintain their bond without sex. Let's see if you had anything else you want to say that, yeah, can a relationship survive without sex? Now, it can, right? Because you want to make sure you date without having sex before you get married. And a lot of those relationships, do last. But let's just talk about someone who is married. And you got married with the intention of being with this person and, having sex with them, getting to know each other's bodies and learning about how to please the other person. It can survive, but will it be thriving is the question. And that just depends on what time period you are living on this earth. Like, and what I mean by that is, are you in your 20s and you're married? Are you in your 30s, 40s, or even your 50s and you're married? And in that time, you are supposed to be having an active sex life with your spouse. However, as people age, testosterone levels go down. Vaginal dryness is something serious. As you age, the sex drive goes down, the libido goes down. So their focus is they don't even be thinking about that, you know? So at that point in time, that time period of their lives, that of course a relationship can survive without sex because they don't even want it. I mean, that's the truth. They're not thinking about it. So that this question, of course, it's pretty broad, but it depends on what type of relationship it is and the time period. Depends on a lot of different factors. So the next question is about I think this is the last question. Good woman versus woman with issues. The question reads, what's the difference between a good woman and a woman who's good at heart but has many unresolved personal issues? Okay, let's see if there. It says, what's the difference between a good woman versus a woman that's good but just have a lot of issues? I mean, they're both good. The first woman who is good, she has learned how to overcome the challenges and the traumas that she has experienced in her life, right? And then the next woman you're talking about, the woman that's good, that has a lot of issues. Listen, I'm a work in progress, but I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. I am a work in progress, but I'm a good woman. So do I have a few issues, some things that need to be worked out? I sure do. Every woman does. And she'll be lying if she say that she didn't. So the first woman, a good woman who ain't got no issues, does not exist. And I would just say that like that. She don't exist. If she says she does exist, she's lying. Everybody has challenges that they are working out. However, let me kind of like, just break it down a little bit more for you. There are some women who have potential to be good women, but right now they might be operating outside of what their destiny is calling them to become. So at this present time, they may not be good women. They may be immoral, they may be unethical, you know, they might be victim blaming, they might be doing very shameful things. However, they have the potential to be a good woman. Will they have challenges that they need to work out? Will they have struggles? If you want to say issues, whatever the case may be, everybody has challenges. Everybody has struggles. Everybody has issues that they need to work out. So the first person is unrealistic. There are good women. I'm just saying that you can't just say they're good women and they're perfect and no issues. Because it's not like that one got issues and one don't have issues. So everybody got issues. That's the one has issues and one doesn't. The one who don't exist. So anyway, that was fun. I did a little different. I did a few different things today, um, and I enjoyed doing that because I generally don't bring out my wedding material. I really don't bring out the things that I use in my everyday life. I use ChatGPT for real, because I know that I need to refine and filter my response. I was known for like if people from my past, they thought they might think they know me. They really don't because I grow and I develop and I become better. They might say, Jonna is rude. They used to be very rude. Oh, she's unfiltered. I remember my mom said the other day, she said, one thing about you, you're unfiltered. I said that is not true. And that's how I know that I know myself. I'm getting more confident in who I am and who I am becoming. Because in order to get where God wants me to be, I cannot stay unfiltered. I have to filter myself. Or else I will not get to the place that God wants me to be. Thank y'all so, 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 so much for submitting your questions. They are awesome. They are real and they are raw. That's what I'm looking for. I thrive off of authenticity. I really do. So I appreciate you all's vulnerability. I know there are some women who don't want to submit questions, but they put it in the group. So that's fine. If y'all don't want to submit questions, continue. Put your question in the group so other women can chime in and give you some advice based on their own knowledge and based on their own experience. Now, before, before we end this broadcast, I do want to change things up just a little bit. Um, uh, you know what? I hope I can put this in here. Let me see. I don't know how this looks. Let me see, guys. Let me see. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna show y'all something really quickly. And this is my new book. I'm gonna bring it up real quick. I want y'all to see it. I'm just gonna bring it up. It's not gonna look right, but it's awesome, y'all. It's called Relationship Advice for Women. Okay. Conversations that need to be heard. Let me see real quick. Okay, so here it is, y'all. It is my book. relationship advice for women, conversations that need to be heard. Y'all, y'all helped me put this book together. I enjoyed writing this book so much. When I tell you this book is good, it is so good. The paperback is only $9.97. Okay, $9.97. The link will be in the description in order for you to come and get this. But not just that. If you want the hard book is only 16.97. And let me tell you, I'm not getting much profit off that, if any. But I want you all to read this book. You will enjoy it. I believe it will change your life. Thank y'all so much for submitting your questions for real. It really has brought something to light that should have been here. Y'all, conversations with grace is what it's about. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be authentic. I'm gonna inspire you. I'm gonna encourage you. I'm gonna empower you and bring you out of that darkness into God's marvelous light. Thank you once again for watching. And remember, make sure you tune in next Thursday at 8:45 p.m. for another awesome episode of Conversations with Grace. And da-da-da, the new segment that we're doing called The Other Woman. Until next time.